Hello, viewers. Welcome to Football Discussion Daily. I'm your host, CGO. Please endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Thank you very much. On the show, we'll be looking at the games that were played, the round of 32 games that were played on July 3rd, 2026, on Friday, at the ongoing FIFA World Cup. The results of games that were played are like this. The Australians, after playing 1-1 draw at extra time against Egypt, they went into penalty shootout, and it was the Egyptians that came out victorious, the Pharaohs of Egypt. They won 4-2 on penalty. That game was played at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. And then in the second game of the day, it was Argentina defeating Cape Verde 3-2. That was a very interesting game, full of action. The Argentines were really pushed to the limit. They were really put under serious pressure. The Cape Verde team really gave them a very tough game when you look at that match. And then in the last game on Friday, it was Colombia that defeated the Ghanaians. It was a game they dominated and they deserved to win. Now, the game between Egypt and Australia, the Egyptians dominated the game. They played a tactical formation of 4-2-3-1. In times of controlling the midfield, the Egyptians controlled the midfield and they were able to get an early goal in that game through Emma Asher. Emma Asher gave them the lead in the 13th minute. And then one thing I noticed about the Egyptian team is after they took the lead, they were a bit relaxed at the way they played the game after that goal came. The Australian teams that were known for playing very compact, defending very deep, had to come out to attack the Egyptians to see if they could get equalizer. The first half ended 1-0, but second half, the Australians mounted a lot of pressure on the Egyptians, and in the 50 minutes, an Egyptian player, Mohamed Ani, scored an own goal, making it the second own goal he has scored in this competition. In their game against Belgium, he scored an own goal, so he has 2 own goals in this competition, making him the first player to have 2 own goals in a single World Cup edition. The Egyptians started pushing immediately. It was 1-1, trying to push to see if they could get the winner, especially towards the tail end of the game. They fought so hard to see if they could get the winner. Even in the extra time, the Egyptians were the better side when you look at that match very well. The goalkeeper of Australia was very outstanding in this game. He made beautiful save in this match. If you look at the number of shot on target for the Egyptians, it was they had 3 shot on target. Australia had 1 shot on target, and then the expected goal for the Australians was 0.84, and for Egypt it was 1.32. The Egyptians played much better than the Australians, but somehow the Australians were very defensively solid. It was difficult breaking them down. And then they had a very good goalkeeper in Patrick Beach, who did very well in this game. There was a save he made that was almost going to the net, and he used his wonderful reflex to parry the ball over the bar. So the guy had a very good game. And then when it was almost time for penalty shootout, the coach, Tony Popovich, had to bring in Matthew Ryan because he has a very good record when it comes to penalty to help the team. But unfortunately for the Australians, he couldn't even save any of the penalties taken by the Egypt team in this game. The Egyptians converted all their 4 penalties. On the side of Australian, Harry Salter missed his penalty. I think he was the first person to take the penalty. And then their 4th penalty was missed by a young lad called Lucas Harrington. He also missed. After losing that, the Egyptians came out victorious. So this is the first time the Egyptians are winning a knockout game So it's a good performance for the Egypt team. They were able to come out victorious in this game. So Egypt will play against Argentina in the round of 16. And then the game between Argentina and Cape Verde. Honestly, I was very impressed with the way the Cape Verde team played against Argentina. They pushed the Argentine to the limit. They really stretched the Argentine because a lot of people before that game they thought the Argentine team will just sweep away the Cape Verde team. But this Cape Verde team really fought so hard. I was very impressed with the way they play. One thing I love about the team is they are very disciplined when it comes to defending, so compact, and they are very efficient when it comes to counter-attacking. The Argentina side scored in the 29th minute through Lionel Messi, and then in the 59th minute, Duarte was able to get the equalizer for the Cape Verde team. And then they went into extra time. And then Alessandro Martinez scored 2 minutes into the extra time, thinking that would be the winner. And in the 103rd minute, Sidney Lopez Cabral was able to get the equalizer. It was a very big shock to the Argentine, but they were fortunate that the guy called Borges was able to score an own goal in the 120th minute. And even after that goal was scored, the Argentines were still very scared because the Cape Verde team were pushing to get an equalizer. They mounted pressure till game ended. So it was a very hard fought win for the Argentine team. And Lionel Messi now has 7 goals in this competition, and he has scored his 20th goal. That is all time. His all-time goals is uh, 20 goals at the World Cup. That is a great one for Lionel Messi. He's been followed closely by Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe has 6 goals in this competition, and then his all-time goal at the World Cup is 18. So it's just 2 goals behind Lionel Messi when it comes to all-time goal. And then when it comes to this competition, it's just 1 goal behind Lionel Messi. So it was a narrow escape for the Argentine team against Cape Verde. I'm so proud of Cape Verde, a team. I think they are the third smallest nation to play at the World Cup. They came to this competition and they were very hard not to crack because their first game against Spain, they held the Spanish team to a goalless draw. Their second game against Uruguay, it ended in a 2-2 draw. They played against Saudi Arabia, it ended in a goalless draw. And then they played against the Argentine. In regulation time, it ended 1-1. So not until they went into extra time before the Argentina scored. Imagine a team with full of stars, yet they found it very difficult playing against this side. I think the players should be very proud of themselves. Their coach, Bubista, he has really done very well with this collection of players. He has assembled for this competition. I'm sure the whole nation will be very proud of them, and I think Africa is also proud of the performance, the brilliant performance being put up by the Cape Verde team. It really did very well. They lost, but they lost in an honorable way. They lost with great honor. So I'm so proud of what they did. So Argentina are through to the round of 16, and they will be playing against Egypt in the round of 16. And then in the game between Ghana and Colombia, I think it was a game that the Colombians really had control of. They were fully in control of this game. One of the biggest disruption that happened in this game was when the Ghanaian defender Marvin Senaya got injured and had to leave the pitch. That really affected the structure of the Ghanaians at the back. They brought in Alidu Saidu to replace him, and immediately he came on. Few minutes later, the Colombians were able to get the deadlock to John Arias. He scored in the 14th minute of the game to give um, the Colombians the lead. And I think if you look at the game, the The Colombians were the better side. They dominated the game with their high tempo, fluid passing game. I think they were more in control of the game. They even exposed the backline of the Ghanaians. In fact, they would have even scored more than one goal in this game. Colombia had the possession of 61%, Ghana had 39%. In this game, the Ghanaians didn't have any shot on target, which was a very disappointing one. The Colombians had 8 shots on target, and the expected goal was 2.04. For Ghana, it was 0.27. The Ghanaians didn't really create much in this game. And the Ghanaian goalkeeper was very good, made a lot of saves. I think he made about 7 saves in this game. It was very good. That is Ziggy. Ziggy did a very great job in this game. So it was a good performance by Lawrence Hati Ziggy. He made a lot of good save for the Ghanaians to make sure the scoreline is not more than one goal. So the Colombians, it was a well-deserved victory. They played so well and they dominated the game, and they really deserve to win. The Ghanaians tried to choke space. They were sitting so deep and then trying to use counter attack, but I think that didn't really work out for them in this match. So a good performance from the Colombians, but I wasn't surprised that they are going to dominate possession, because if you look at all their previous game, even against the Portuguese in their last group game, that was the way they played. I wasn't surprised with the way that the Colombians played in this round of 32 game against the Ghanaians. So that is what happened between Ghana and Colombia. The Colombians came out victorious, a well-deserved victory for them, and they are through. They will be playing against Switzerland in the round of 16. If you have your own thoughts regarding the Argentina getting a hard-fought victory against Cape Verde, winning 3-2, Colombia getting a win against Ghana 1-0. Then Egypt getting victory via a penalty shoot at 4-2 on penalty after playing 1-1 draw at the end of extra time. Please, would like you to share your thoughts in the comment section, and also endeavor to share the video so that others can also get to watch. Thank you very much for watching, and do have a wonderful time. Bye for now.